Hey everybody, got a lot of things on my mind. I just woke up recently and I had one of those really odd dreams that I don't seem to forget. If you ever noticed that a lot of my spirituality stuff I get from my dreams. I don't know if I told you this story before, but my grandmother died a few years ago, and I was really close to her, and I had a dream 3 days after she died. And in my dream, she told me where her journal was, and then I actually went to go look for it, and it was there. I do think I told you this story already, but last night I had a dream that scared me out of my wits, and even when I woke up and went back to bed, I still had that dream, and it was creepy. I don't know where to start from it because it was so creepy. There's so much scary information in it. But in my dream, I was living on a farm with my mother and my brothers and sisters, my birth parents, and a few houses away was my mom's ex-boyfriend. And one day I was walking on the dirt road. I leave to go to school. This was my dream. And he drove by and looked at me and he said, "You're dead to me. Your whole family's dead to me." And that, in my dream, I was freaked out because that, I meant it kind of thing. So then I got really scared and I go home and I tell my mom. And I go, Mom, David said this to me. And I was like, honey, we'll talk about it later. I don't talk about it now. So, and then, I guess the next day in my dream, I saw feather sticks outside my farm, put in each corner, and the sticks had a red, green, and blue feather at the top, and I was like, what the fuck does this mean? And then I asked my grandmother, the grandmother who is dead right now, one I'm very upset about, I'm gonna put the journal back. Grandmother, in my dream I went to go see her and I brought her the sticks, and she looked at me, she said, "Child, where did you get these?" And I was like, "David put them on my farm." She's like, "Do you know what they stand for?" And I'm like, "No." And she's like, all Indian accent. She's like, "The red one means fire, the blue one means cloudiness, and the green one means a lot of wind." So I was like, alright, so he wants our farm to catch on fire, and the wind is gonna make it to have a huge forest fire. She's like, telling me, to watch out. Hold on, someone's talking to me. She's telling me, watch it, go tell my mom. So then I went to my mom and I told her. She believed me and then didn't believe me. And then my mother, I went to bed in my dream, and then my mother stayed out. So my mom stayed out. I sat in the tree and watched, and she saw David put him on the ground. And then I woke up and Mom came in and she said, "I saw him." And I was like, "Okay, what do we do?" And then in my dream, I got on the bus with my grandmother, and I was like, "Grandmother, you're alive." And she was just like, "Yeah, when you guys tried to bury me alive, you didn't know I was in a coma." And I was like, "Oh, Grandmother, I'm sorry. I'm the guys are alive." That made no sense to me because in my dream I recently already talked to her, and now I'm all surprised that she's alive. So that threw me off balance when I woke up. And then in my dream I was like, let's set up cameras around the farm so we can watch. And then I've set up cameras around the farm, and I went to sleep. Then I look at the camera, like the computer screen, the watch, and David is in the house with my grandmother. And he's talking, he's like, what did you do with it? Don't tell people I'm trying to kill you, and all this stuff. And he took a pick that he used for fireplaces, and he starts whacking my mother in my dream. And I woke up at that point going, holy shit, you know, like that's big. So I don't know what to do right now. I looked up into my dream dictionary, and I understood what it was saying to me, and it does kind of portray to my life, but still at the same time I'm just like, oh god, this is scary. And a few days ago I had a dream that my mother's cat died, and then 3 hours after I'd been up, my mother called me and told me that a cat got run over. And I'm upset because I feel guilty because I saw it coming, but then at the same time I didn't realize it was it wasn't just a dream, it was my body telling me something, which was scary. And I'm starting to have more of these dreams, and I'm assuming it's because I'm getting more spiritually connected with my roots and myself. So I'm gonna have to buy a diary, or I'm gonna make videos about my dreams, because it's at the point where these dreams are really making me feel very uncomfortable, but at the same time not so uncomfortable, because it's good to know what's coming, and I like to know what's coming. So that's some of the dreams I've been having lately, and you know, you can tell me whatever you want. If you had any dreams like that, please feel free to tell me. I don't mind hearing it. I actually think it's I'm exhausted. It's unique how your dreams can give you this information. I don't know, it's magical it's just interesting to have a dream and then wake up the next day and realize that that dream itself is gonna partake in your life, it's gonna tell you something. It's like that warning sign, you know, when you drive in a car and you get a corner and there's that stop sign, that's your dream. It's that stop sign, it's telling you, stop, you know, look around, and it's just so interesting. Anyways, that's all I have to say. Ooh. Bye, I'm exhausted. I guess I've been stressed lately, but I'm mentally, physically tired. So I gotta go, but I hope what I told you will help you. Anyways, bye.